So 10 minutes is too less a time.
No, there are some more members, many members would like to take part.
At the outset, I would like to congratulate the Chief Minister for bringing this budget for 23-24. We have gone through it. I have a few areas of concern. One is the loan repayment is almost touching about 1,000 crores. So this is really a burden to the state. And in the pension provisions, in the last year's budget speech, the provision was 1,469 crore, but in this year's provision is 1,794 crores, a jump of 22%. So my query here is, why suddenly the jump of 22%? Is there a massive retirement group that is going to happen this year? That could be the reason, or something else. And in page number 30, the Chief Minister would like to start a Chief Minister's affordable drug centers. That is what he has mentioned. But here I would like to also bring to the attention of the House, and especially of the government, generic medicines. There are a lot of spurious drugs in the market now. So in the absence of proper testing labs, I am afraid that these generic medicines may not serve the purpose to alleviate the sufferings of our people. Also in the very same page, I must laud the Chief Minister for bringing out a new item for measuring happiness. If I'm not mistaken, the most happy country now is Finland. Maybe we can check the parameters which they also use, how to measure happiness. But while discussing happiness, I am afraid, even though we don't have the parameters now, if people say that we are from a state that is number one in corruption in the country, I doubt whether our happiness will really go up or it will go down. While stressing about the value of happiness, I'm sure if the happiness indicators of our people can be improved, we will have less numbers of I love yous. In fact, a few days back, brother of I love you is also involved in another crime. So we have to really strive forward to bring happiness to our people. In the budget speech itself, it is written, the ultimate goal of all government interventions is well-being and happiness of the citizens. We cannot avoid these allegations that have been made, sir. And when I say this, I also know that the government does not have to reply to every Tom, Dick, and Harry when they make allegations. But the allegations that we received recently, it is made not by Tom, nor Dick, nor Harry. It is made by a very, very important person in our country. So can we just ignore it? And that allegation is made not in a tea shop or in any corner somewhere. It is made in a big election rally where thousands of people are present, and where they say that Meghalaya is the most corrupt in the country. So this really affects our image. We have to discuss this because it has come from the people who has given many famous one-liners for the country. Na khaunga, na khane dunga. So imagine the image of our children who studies outside the state. Imagine the plight of our people from Meghalaya who works outside the state. When they meet their friends will say, you are chore number one in the country. Your state is chore number one. How will we feel? These allegations directly affects the image of our state. In Khasi language, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, we say Kta Mat Yong. Kta Mat Yong to the state, Kta Mat Yong to the Judge Benril. Maybe if I'm allowed to say in Garo, it will be Jatangna Ongsiana Aro Rasong Siani Onga. It has affect our image. Our children cannot show their face. And this also happens to be alleged to a state that is called a Christian state. And I am very sorry to say, these allegations are not unfounded. Where is the Sobhagya scheme report, where it is alleged that about 149 crores have been misappropriated? Where is the smart meter scam? These are all backgrounds where these VIPs make the allegations about Meghalaya being number one in the country in corruption. 1 lakh bags of rice were detected. It is not one truck, it is not 1,000. 1 lakh bags of PDS rice were detected in Boko in Assam. This cannot be just a simple mistake. I must say, one of the major achievements of the MDA-1 government is, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, Meghalaya is inhabited by 3 major tribes, the Khasi, Garos, and the Jaintias. But a new tribe has been allowed to prosper. And because of this new tribe, the police force, the men in uniform in our state now, they have lost face in front of the High Court of Meghalaya. The Honorable High Court, in the rulings which they have given, available in public domain, openly they have said, we have lost trust on the Meghalaya police. And the High Court has demanded that CISF will be brought into the state to check the activities of this new tribe. What is the name of the new tribe of Meghalaya? It is the High Level Tribe. This is very important for us to discuss in this house. CISF will be brought in. Why? Is it because our men in uniform are incapable? If I have to ask the leader of our men in uniform, the captain, how do you feel when you lose face in front of the High Court of Meghalaya? If I ask him what is the joy, I believe the answer will be the joy is 0. When our police forces try to adjust with all the impossible demands maybe of the people in power, this is the risk we run. We lose face in front of the court. All these activities that are going on, that we get the tag of the most corrupt state in India. Someone is calling the shots from behind. We do not know, but some people are calling the shots. In Garo language we say, Don Mitapa. Someone from behind the scene is calling the shots. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I'm afraid to say, the trend that our country is going on, there are a certain group of people who say, without us, if you do something, it is called corruption. But the same activity, if we are included, if we do it together with you, it is called brilliance. This is the tragedy that the country is facing now.
Honourable members, you have only 1 minute at your disposal, please. Why not?
So, sir, the budget speech, the budgetary provisions, they are all fine. But ultimately, as said, the ultimate goal of all government interventions is citizen well-being and happiness. I wish that every citizen of the state will be happy. I wish that the government of the day will be able to control the new tribe, the high-level tribes. I wish that our men in uniform will be able to recover back the lost prestige that they have faced under the current dispensation. If I'm allowed to say, sir, this new tribe has been allowed to prosper under the watch of the MDA-1. So every rupee that we all agree, every single rupee that will be passed in this budget, cut motions will be brought. But ultimately, when our numbers are so restricted, we will have to withdraw our cut motions. But then, when we withdraw, it means that we also agree to every single rupee that will be spent and mismanaged if there is no proper check and balance. This is my appeal. So through you, sir, I would like to request the government of the day, bring back the image of our people. Bring back the image of our people in uniforms. Bring back the pride that we say our state is a Christian state. Bring back that we respect the 8th commandment out of the 10th. This is my submission, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. May I request Arden Miller Basomoy to take the floor, please? I have given you time, but you were absent. Now I
was called by the speaker, sir. So I rise to participate in this budget discussion. So at the outset, I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in this discussion. So the other day, I was asked by a member of press, will you move a no confidence motion against this government or not? So I would like to bring to the notice of the House that as the party belonging to the opposition, the day we see that the government decides to hold a session in 7 days only, we feel that that itself speaks volume of the fact that this government is not at all serious and sincere to face the problem of the people, and in fact wants to run away from the responsibility. So which is why we start doubting the government from that very day itself. We may not move a no confidence motion against this government, but as members belonging to the side, we don't have a confidence at all. So we have been restrained as members to raise many issues due to time constraint. So, sir, as mentioned by the most senior member of this August House, that the way in which the business was conducted and the decision taken by the Speaker to not extend the time has really hurt the sentiment of the members belonging to this side, sir. So, in fact, we've got a lot of issues. We want to talk about the reservation policy. We want to talk about the killing of late Chesterfield. Thank you, who was the former General Secretary of the HNLC. And there's a lot of issues that we want to raise. And I'm happy that after we tried and we failed to raise the issue of roster system in the House, that it has stirred up the discussion in the state. And I have seen the observation of one of the leader of one leading political party in the state, which tried to discourage us, as it will amount to our opposition to the decision of the Honorable Judiciary. So I would like to express in a very categorical term that when we decide to raise or to speak on the issue of roster system, we don't have any intention or ill feeling against any particular community. And I would like also to express very clearly that we are not against the roster system. We are not against the roster system. However, we want that the government should put on hold the implementation of roster system pending the review of the reservation policy. We have the problem with the reservation policy, not with the roster system. So, sir, which is why we feel that this is the right platform for us to raise this issue. We know that as responsible leader, we are dealing with a very sensitive issue, highly sensitive issue, I may say. So therefore, we understand that we have to be, very careful, and we have to deal with this issue with an utmost care. Even the words that we choose would be very, very important for us to understand, because we don't want to hurt the sentiment of any particular community. We don't want also to take away the rights of that particular community, and we don't want that our rights also will be compromised. We don't believe in a politics of hatred, a communal politics, a politics of self-centered, not like those parties who have squarely blamed the leader belonging to one particular community for all the wrongdoings of the government after having partnered with them in the entire term. And the Deputy Chief Minister has rightly responded that after the 2nd of March, they will come to us and we will make them sit on the roof of the bus, which exactly they have done it. So, sir, there may be a wrong impression about us as being haters and too conservative in our minds. And the people may misunderstood or misconceive about me personally, especially after the language issue, sir. But the fact of the matter is that we are not. Maybe I have a look that misrepresents my hearts and minds. And sometimes I used to think about taking off my face and replace with a gentler look. But I'm reminded by an old saying which is very popular, that it is not right to judge the book by its cover. So I would therefore request all of us, please do not judge us by the book, by the look that we have, but try to understand better about our minds and hearts. So, I'm sure many have seen my display picture, which reads like this: I am a Christian, but make no mistake, I will defend the poor and the weak. I will defend freedom. I will sacrifice so that others may live. I will defend my family, which also includes my community and the people of the state, to the death. I love peace, but I am a fierce enemy. I live with my own code. I live with honor. I was born to be a warrior. That is exactly who I am, sir. Sir, I don't want to use many words in this submission as far as this issue is concerned, sir. Because again, I'm reminded by the scripture, which can be found in the book of Proverbs, which says, quote unquote, sir, when there are many words, wrongdoings is unavoidable, but one who restrains his lips is wise. Sir, without an iota of doubt, I can say that the decision of our leaders to fix the reservation policy, 40 for the Cassis, 40 for Garus, and 20 for others, were done thoughtlessly and hurriedly. The rush on the part of the Cassis leaders to agree on this arrangement perhaps was due to the fear that their dream of a statehood may not be materialized. Or maybe they have overlooked the difference in the size of the population. So, we know that there are many lacunae in this policy. When you look at the population between the two tribes, sir, in 1971, the population of the Cassis is 4,57,064, and of our brothers, Garu brothers, is 3,20,613. And if you convert it to percentage, Cassis constitute up to 45%, and the Garu community constitute 30% only. In 1981, we constituted 6,29,640. Percentage-wise, it comes to 47, and our Garu friends, 3,99,69. Percentage-wise, it comes to 30%. 1991, 8,79,192. Percentage-wise, it comes to 50%. And our Garu friends, 5,47,690, 37%. 2001, we have 10,91,087. Percentage-wise, it comes to 47%.
Please wind up. Time is limited now. I have given you 10 minutes.
You didn't tell me the time, sir. You just called me.
10 minutes. You have already exceeded the time.
Why didn't you allow me to finish, sir? And if you look at the reservation policy, sir, you will find that there are almost 8 to 10 times that this policy have been changed through office memorandums. And there is also no provision for the reservation of PWDs, whom we would prefer to call DAP or differently abled person. So which is wiser? I feel that it is an urgent need to put on hold the implementation of roster system retrospectively and let the government come out first with a better policy, because as I've said, we don't want to discriminate anyone. And if we go by this policy, we find that changes have been brought also to allow people from outside the state to avail this benefit, sir. So, sir, I feel that if our leaders in the past from both the community can come together for the formation of the state, why can't the present leadership from both the communities sit together and discuss and come up with a better policy so that we will not allow the vested interests, political activists to vitiate the atmosphere further. So with a deep sense of concern, sir, in fact, I want to touch on the budget also, sir, but since again, I've been asked to sit. So, Coming to the budget,
Sabha, please wind up.
so before I resume my seat, I would earnestly appeal, I would like to urge the conscience of our leader to think about this problem seriously. And as I've mentioned, that we are not against the roster system, but we feel that that can be put on hold pending the review of this reservation policy. So, since I'm not allowed to continue, sir, I will resume my seat.